Well, I'm wishing you a Merry Christmas and welcome. Hello, Soul Seeker family or kindred spirits. Welcome to the channel. We're going to do Santa Claus, so we're going to see the red suit, but what the spiritual suit actually, he wears. So what's the meaning behind it? We're going to look into the little bit of history. There's so much in-depth history that I couldn't even fathom. So it was just like blew my brain. So we're going to trace back the Saint Nicholas of Green, Green Santa, to uncover his truthful message. So yeah, I'm gonna do an open prayer. I call upon the divine light to infuse this session with wisdom and truth. As we delve into these cards, may the insights reveal bring an understanding and clarity to the situation at hand for who are present and tuning in. Grant us your guidance, protection as we commence this reading, allowing every message to serve its highest good. I don't know how this is going to go, guys, but we're going to look. So, I got my sheet, the cue. The story begins with the 4th century Bishop Saint Nicholas of Myra. I hope I pronounced that right. Modern day Turkey. There you go. I didn't know that. His true spiritual foundation was anomalous generosity and humanity. He secretly tossed bags of gold to save the poor. The spiritual act of hidden charity rather than seeking glory is the core truth of the archetype. So we're going to look at the foundation, right? So we'll start with the past, the historic fact of the genesis of Saint Nicholas, the myth, and the spirit's earliest form. What was the true spiritual original and foundation of Santa and Saint Nicholas archetype? So that's quite a few questions there. So what was the true oracle foundations of Santa? Let's have a look at Santa first. Or should we say Saint Nicholas? No, Saint Nicholas and then Santa. Because Saint Nicholas came before Santa. So we're gonna, so we're just gonna have a look. So what was the true spiritual original foundation of Saint Nicholas? Let's have a look. Oh. Come from a broken home. He resonated with the people. He resonated from his past experiences of his family that struggled. There. You can see the three canes is the 3 of swords. 6 of good cheer is past memories. So his original state was, this is allegedly, right? But in the foundations of what the cards are saying was, I remembered the times when I was a child and how my family struggled, around these times. And he wanted to heal, to bring some healing, to make more of a positive influence in the community, to know that although presents and gifts doesn't define your worth, we know, but I tell you what, having some potatoes on the table, a chicken in the oven, it helps. It helps. So the 3 of swords to me is representing healing part. By him given, it was healing parts of what he didn't have in the past, with his family. And he knew the struggles people go through, which is that's where the generosity come from, past pain. So that's the foundation of Saint Nicholas. Okay. So the meaning of Santa, right, so we've got the history cue. I'm going to read it out as it is because I can't do all this malarkey. I can't. You got to take me for what it is. And if you understand, you understand. Right, so the archetypes shift from the green robed Father Christmas, who represent the pagan spirit of feasting, fertility and midwinter survival, to the red-robed commercial Santa that transformed, was popularized in America in the 1800s. I didn't know that either. Did you know that? I didn't know that. Shifting the focus from the spiritual act of satisfied generosity, like Saint Nicholas, to materially deliver a gift, the modern Santa. So where did the modern Santa come from? It was off back of Saint Nicholas. The idea came from Saint Nicholas because you've got the gifts there, like, you know. But was it, you know? So what was the back end of, like, Santa making it modernized now? Oh, okay. Right. So we got the Knight of... so it's almost like a process of growing, you know, with the times. So this was like an act of, like, still setting the notion of kindness and bringing families together. If you think of the Two of Kings, the Two of Swords, is like a crossroads here of a divide, okay? So it was all about still bringing communities together here, okay? Especially ones that allegedly felt like they were stuck. They felt like they couldn't conform. So I suppose it's like that routine, isn't it? When you start doing your general routine and act of planning, like, you start dedicated that time. But when you say, I must call so and so, I must reach out, I must do this, I must do that, time just goes fast, doesn't it? You just get caught up and you think, oh, I just need to do this, I'll call them later, and before you know it, is a week's gone by, a month's gone by, a year's gone by. So this set in stone to me was like, it was trying to break those crossroads and bring it together. We've got the King of Swords, so someone who wanted a communion, communicating, you know, and so it come from a man, allegedly, right? You know, but it was like, this is like, it's slowing up now. Something was slowing up. So people, I don't know if people were starting to feel a bit disinterested, not really getting the concept. So they wanted to bring the magic back into Christmas and the renewal with the Ace of Pentacles. That's how I would see it. If you're a tarot reader and you see something different, please comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts, you know, so because everybody sees things differently, you know, so, but interesting, isn't it? Right, okay, so card 2, the transformation. So we're going to look at the history cue of the transformation. We move to the shift of this address, the changes of the face from the early figures like the green Santa to the modern red Santa. The question, what spirit cost of message came with the shift from, so what spirit cost of message came with the shift, the green to red Santa? So what spiritual cost? What spiritual cost, if any? Oh, there's me act gone. As long as it's not on the candles. I was trying to be Santa's little elf. Yeah, there you go. Getting the kids to spirit. Right, so where was I? Sorry, guys. Shoo. Yeah, so what was the spiritual cost of the message? Shifting from green to red. So what was the spiritual message? 8 of Gifts. It's about putting the work in. It's about putting the effort into setting attentions, putting that effort in, thinking of people, yeah? Wow, there's Canberra. Now we done Canberra, so if you haven't seen that, go and check it out. Okay, and that was a good fun one to do. Although I was really like creeped out by it, to be fair. So we've got the devil card. So it's like coming out of selfishness. So the cost of the so what spiritual cost of, oh, hang on, let me put another card down. Justice. I think it's the overindulgent. Because the devil card is about, like, you know, overcompensating, you know, overindulging, like, you're having that extra mince pie, you're having that extra, you know. So the cost of the message from the green to red is now we're forgetting what the actual meaning of Christmas was, which was all about giving to the need for the people that need it the most. And yeah, I mean, Cambras was, you know, the naughty that, you know, you were on the naughty list when you Cambras came and visit you, you know. So yeah, we got the justice system here. So there was an element of change in the process of it. I'm not saying we get greedy, I'm not saying that, but I think we're going through the times, isn't we? You know, what we can afford now to probably what others can afford back then. So I think we can overindulge in the gifts, you know, and that does need to, so over-consuming, should we say? What do you say? What do you think? Would you say that? With the justice card, it's like balance. Yeah, so the spiritual cost is that it's become there is some elements of it's coming unbalanced right now. Greed is taking over a little bit. Expectations, maybe. You know, the effort is still adequate, but it's becoming more and more and more. Father Christmas. He's come out and he's reading. Well, it's obvious, isn't it? Come on. it is a Christmas deck, I suppose, Kerry. Come on, wake up. Yeah. I think we need to go back to our roots a little bit. So we're losing sight of, I suppose we have too much expectations, over obsessing over things, overindulging in things. So we kind of, the shift has changed slightly. Not fully, but it has slightly. Especially with the devil card in the amongst of it all. So it's really like re-looking, you know, this, I would class this as the hermit card. So it's re-looking at things within, and it's like drawing us back to our childhood again, you know. I mean, who loves a stocking? I love a stocking. I think that's the best part of Christmas, you know. I had nuts in it that I didn't eat, but it was fun. And an orange. Who else had an orange? You know, so I think it's simplifying things down. And I think, I mean, I remember with the kids, you know, bringing up the kids and that, and as a single parent, it was pressure, massive pressure, how many presents they can have under the tree, to keeping up with the Joneses of life. So, do we need all these things? Is it more about coming together as a community and helping the people that need us right now? You know, that needs I'm gonna get emotional here, but you know, need that. Oh, here we go, my hat's gone off again. Not doing very well, am I, with this hat? So yeah, okay. So despite the many changes, the core spiritual role of Santa remains. He's a patron or saint of children and the helpless. His last message is the power of compassion, action, and joyful giving. It represents the opportunity for us to enormously deliver hope and aid, carrying on the original charitable spirits. And do you know what? I was having this conversation with my daughter. She came over yesterday, and I said, I don't want gifts next year. I think, shall we give a gift to the charity, because I mean, I'll lay it on the line. I had my flat come on fire, and we pretty much lost everything, right? It was smoke damage, majority of it. I mean, I had my knickers everywhere, but the community came together and they helped me and my girls. I mean, my son wasn't born then, but me and my girls at the time. And I had so many charities come and give me furniture and stuff, and I was forever grateful. But I had so much that I didn't know what to do with it, so I ended up giving it to people that needed it as well. So that kind of thing that happened to me, and my family, it kind of helped others as well, and give them something, so it was the ones that helped me, I gave back to them. So I sorted out what I needed, and then whatever was left over, they come and help themselves. So it was like, it come a communal thing. But I was forever grateful. I had different charities come and bring gifts to the kids and that. I mean, I've spoke about this before. So, and you're forever grateful for it, But yeah, I digress. Sorry, this is about Santa, not about me. There you go. It just triggers things, doesn't it? The true spirit. How can we try this true spirit? So finally, we look at the present state. We take the true message behind the spirit and apply it to the world today. How can we apply it today? What is the actionable true message the modern Santa spirit wants the world to embrace today? Okay, so what does he want us to embrace today? I think this is going to be a quick, nice, subtle message. So what is the... I get all tingles in my head again. That's usually when I know they're around. Spirits around, loved ones around. Okay, so what's the actual true message the modern Santa wants the world to embrace today? Oh dear, hang on. Going all over the place. The true message. It's about us sacrificing our needs, our delusions of what is, the expectations, I suppose, okay? Because this is the 5 of Cups. So there's 2 remaining. It's to just remember the people that are around you, okay? It's about sacrificing, having those expectations, not trying to see a difference in the perspective of, he's cozying up by a warm fire, quite chilled out. He's got his tree up and that, but he's contemplating. He's got a book in his hand. So it's just trying to find peace in your situation, whatever it is. So if you're struggling, don't hold on to the fact of this is going to be a forever thing, because it's not. What goes up must come down. What goes down goes up. It's a circle of life and a circle of experience, and that. I've been on my ass many a times and I've come back up. but the seating of it is trying to see a different perspective on things as well. King of Candles is a King of Wands. It's about using what we've got at the time and making the most of it, you know. So that is like the true message. So what can we embrace today? So what can we embrace? Making memories with our families or people, you know, finding communions so you're not on your own, okay? We got the World card here, so it's uniting as a nation, coming together as a nation. You know, embrace. Get out your bloody head. Get out of your head. You don't need to embrace those stresses anymore. You got all that you need. We all I always say to myself, I have everything I need. Yeah, we all want more. Come on. We do. But in hindsight, I've got everything I need. Think of the people that are homeless right now, you know, who haven't got families around them. Think of those people that are struggling, you know. It lessens our worries of actually, well, our life is not that bad, is it? You know, there's a lot of people on the streets with no bed. So, yeah. Yeah. What does this powerful archetype burn for you now? What do you mean by burn? So, powerful archetype burn for you now. I suppose that's passion, isn't it? I'll do it anyway. Not really sure what that means. This powerful archetype burn for you now. No matter what your circumstances, no matter what you're going through, or all that lot, is about you taking charge of that day and saying, today I'm going to add the best I can of that day. I'm going to make the most of that day. I'm going to indulge and spend that time. I'm not going to... I'm going to let go. We'll do a Louise there. Hey, shall we? I'm going to let go of that worry today. I'm just going to be present, and I'm going to make the most of it and enjoy the time that I have got. We all got our like dramas in families, and that, haven't we? There's always dramas, little dramas happening around the world, wherever you are. You know, it's just how we take charge of it, how we take control of it. Yeah. Finding the give and take of the day, the give and take in general. Tomorrow's another day. We will worry about the rest of it. Also, be careful of overindulging wherever the Krampus is, you know, so you don't get yourself into debt. Worrying about Christmas is just one day. Is the effort we put in on a daily basis makes the massive difference in life. You know, the gift that keeps on giving. You know, you're not valued by what you give, and you're not valued on, you know, what is given to you. Is the your soul. your presence with, you know, we all got our unique style and gifts that we can give, and it doesn't have to be physical. It's just that warm hug can make a massive difference. It, you know, and I always say good morning, good afternoon, or whatever. That could make someone's turn someone's mindset completely. Maybe they felt invisible that day. Who knows? You know, that's my take. What's your take? You know, I mean, I gotta be honest, I find Christmas is I gotta take a bit of this myself, you know, swallow my pride a little bit, because I can safely say I'm not a lover of Christmas. It triggers the shit out of me, basically. But the older I get, the more I realise how precious time is as an old un. That kids grow up, people leave, people die, people cut up, you know. I don't want to put a bump down there, but it's not, I'm not saying this to put a downer on it. I'm saying it because time is precious, so make the most of it while you got it. Yeah, I'd love to hear from you. Let me know what your perspective on the red suit, you know. This is just like a little playful spiritual message. As always, it's been a blessing to share this space with you. Remember, the true essence of the legend is found in the actions you take. That's from Gemini. Have a blessed day, and thank you for joining me. So I'm going to do a closing down thing. I thank the divine for the messages and insights received today. I'm truly grateful for this guidance and for everyone who joined this reading. As I now close this sacred space, I send forth healing and blessings to you, to the world, and to all beings. May we all be blessed. Amen. And you're safe to know the next one would be Whitney Houston, the heart and soul of Whitney Houston. I'm so looking forward to meeting her energy and getting to know her soul. And I hope you will too. Have a blessed Christmas, and I will see you on the other side. Lots of love. Have a good one.